And
he's only juggling 12 things.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's only 3 screens, a separate laptop, 42 softwares, and a set of dice, and that's all we need. Hello.
For the magic to happen?
Yeah, don't use digital die. Something will screw up and it'll blow up your system.
I do use digital dice when it's like, hey, this is 12d8, Yeah, because we don't want to spend a half an hour on me rolling dice.
I disapprove of any situation that involves 12d8.
That is true.
That is fair enough.
I spent a lot of time sitting in a hospital room, and it was a lot of Reddits on how people feel about digital dice or not, because some people were like, I have a feeling that I've got players that are cheating, and I need to figure out how I can make that stop. It's like, easy, make them use digital dice. Then everybody sees the rolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's recent, though. That's like new.
Yeah.
I would hope people are honest enough. Like, it's a game. Don't cheat. Just freaking enjoy it.
DM.
Just enjoy it.
I get it, but you have a lot of faith in people. And people are turds.
If we don't have faith in humanity, what can we have faith in? Anyways, welcome. We are glad to have you here with us tonight. Everything's firing so we can be heard. We're back. We have everybody with us. We've got Mini Grayson chilling out in the other room, so as that's cool. We're glad to have Grayson back, and congratulations.
As grumpy as his father too.
I haven't seen a smile yet.
Yeah, that's a bit off. Yeah, but
there's a lot of muscles.
A lot of judging looks.
It'll take a
lot of judging looks. Well, that probably comes a little honest, I think. I've got my vaccine sticker for shot 1. So we'll see how that affects us tonight. Maybe it gives me superpowers and we roll like all natural 20s all night,
Everybody but the dragon.
Everyone but the dragon. Yeah. That's what we got. Short week this week too, for some of us.
Yeah.
Some of us. Yeah. All right. Where we left off, let's get a little bit going here. When we last left our adventurers, they heroically fought off the Yeti who was about to kill them. In a fantastic display, and ran toward the entrance of the cave where they were chased out by small dragon wormlings. Taking shelter in a magical bubble, they rested while the wormlings patrolled near them. Coming out and slaying the wormlings, they proceeded deeper into the ice caves, looking for the dragon. Finding some grisly sights of fallen giants within the caves, they came upon a large cavern where a curious conversation was going on between Hamish and Lystra, 2 people they have met before. In a fantastic display, Lystra transformed into a dragon and began assaulting the party. And that's where we left off. Specifically, it was the dragon's turn.
Oh, great.
2 figures. Can you give us the next 2 or 3 up in order of who's...
You betcha, because I saved it. So, Arlo, you are next, followed by Blaylock. So, yep. Don't go rolling just yet, because there might be some other stuff going on. So let's get... There we go. All right. So, the dragon. Get on the right screen here. Backs up. Grayson and Arlo, you both get an attack of opportunity. And Galtier, because you were within range too.
Oh, heck yeah.
21.
That will hit.
I got 28.
That'll hit.
27.
That will also hit.
13 points of damage.
Okay.
18.
11 points of slashing and 6 points of storm.
Hold up, folks. How much was that, Grayson?
15.
And how much total, Galtier?
What was that? 11 and so 17.
17. All right. As she backs further into the room, she raises up.
Ooh! Can I use Brand of Castigation on her?
Well, it's what is it?
It's just whenever I deal damage with with my weapon. If I have it right, I can use it. All it does is let me know where she's at forever, basically. And if she attacks a creature within 5 feet of me, she gets 1 psychic damage.
Okay. It doesn't require any.
It's no action.
It's not a reaction.
No, it just says Brand of Castigation, no action.
Okay.
And whenever you damage a creature with your Crimson Right.
All right. Then yes. So as Grayson's whip rings out and smashes into the face of the creature, it howls out in pain as Arlo stabs up through one of the wings. You see Galtier slashing also at one of the legs. And as he does, the wound, as it opens up on the leg, you see a glowing rune etch across the leg and across the back. And she raises up. Need Grayson and Arlo to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, son of a...
25.
Okay, that's a save. You take half damage.
I had 15.
That is a failure.
All right, I'm going to use Indomitable.
Okay.
Reroll that bad boy. 19.
Okay, that does save. All right. So you would have taken 64 points of cold damage, but you take 32 points of cold damage as you are blasted with an icy breath. And Blaylock, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. And he's going, why?
Who, me?
Nat 20, mother scratcher.
All right. So as the breath slams into Grayson and Arlo, Blaylock, you look up and you hear, and the ice wall bursts out toward you like broken glass, scattering across the floor. You jump out of the way as it sprays into little ice shards all around your feet, kind of rolling into Hisk, and you catch an eye with Hisk, and you lock there for a moment and look back at a now fully visible dragon. All right, Arlo, you are up.
I'm going to go up and stand next to Galtier on the east side of that wing.
You want within range?
Yes.
Okay, so like right there?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a 17 and a 16 for damage, or to hit.
Neither hit.
I didn't think so.
So as you slash out, she looks back and moves her wing. And that's the end of that.
Yep.
Blaylock, you are up. Hisk is on deck.
How does everybody look now that the wall is gone?
I'm hurt now.
Yeah, I got a lot of blood rolling.
I'm okay over my side.
Oh, yeah, I can't see Zoramir, so don't answer.
Okay.
Hisk is fine.
Yeah.
Of course,
All
this
right.
is.
I'd like to move the turret up as far as possible, 30 feet. So
Up as in
diagonal.
west or diagonal?
Yeah, diagonal towards
Okay.
the dragon.
Okay.
Is Gunther within range 10 feet? No, that's not 10 feet. That's beyond.
He is 15 feet.
That's 15 feet. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's way beyond 60 feet, isn't it? How far is Arlo and Gunther from me?
From you,
From me.
55 and 45.
Good. It's a bonus action to switch the thingy, right?
Yep.
To a different spell. And
To-
then use a bonus
yep,
action to
yep.
send. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Okay. I'm going to. That's really rough. Firebolt.
Okay. From the staff or
Yeah, it has to be from the staff.
'Kay.
Yep. And is that a multi-hit or is that one big hit?
that's just one.
It's just one per charge.
Well, the damage goes up.
The damage goes up. It's not a multi-hit like it was with Eldritch Blast.
No, Eldritch Splash is different.
Okay. All right. So that's just a bigger hit. Okay. Got it. All right. I'm gonna burn 3 charges.
Okay.
Shucks. That's an 18.
That hits.
Really?
That's how close you were, Arlo.
I had a 19.
No, you said 17 and 16, didn't you?
Double check. I thought I had 17 and 19.
You had a 19
I had
save.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had 17 and 16. I apologize.
I just rolled 4 d8s and I got 2 2s and 2 1s.
Ooh.
Ouch!
Going to be a great night.
6 damage. 3 charges for 6 damage. That's rough. Okay. And the turret's gonna. Well, can I have the turret dash? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You can't do anything else.
That it?
Yeah, that's it. All right.
All
end
right.
of turn.
So Blaylock, brushing some ice off of him, holds up his staff. You see like a skyrocket. Thunk. And you just see the dragon kind of raise its head up a little bit, shake its head, and look down. At the end of your turn, I need everyone in the room
Uh-oh.
Okay. Never mind. You don't do anything. Everyone in the room that has less than 20 AC. Is that...
Phew.
That's everybody, I think?
No, I have
Everyone
20.
but Grayson, maybe.
Definitely me.
Well, if you have
Yeah.
20, that still hits. Yep.
You said less than 20.
You did say less than 20.
That would be 19.
20 or less.
There you go. Gotta be
Oh.
specific.
No.
All right. Oh, God.
Oh no.
In response to Blaylock of you rolling like that, I rolled a 3d6 and got an 18
Nice.
with the digital dice. You all take 18 points of damage, piercing damage. As
What? Can I dodge that?
no, because it's a direct hit. Oh well. Oh wait, uncanny dodge. Yeah,
Uncanny dodge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking your spell one. The entire room, she raises up and begins smashing her massive paws into the ground, and stalactites crack and fall from the ceiling, piercing into your flesh. So you all take 18 points of damage.
I liked it where I dodged that the last time.
And it's Hisk's turn. He can actually do something. 30. And he's going to fire with his rifle. Ooh, natural 19. See, it's for both sides.
Huh?
I think he's he's out of his special stuff. And his second attack also hits. So both hit. First one hits for 18. Second one hits for 24. That is the end of his turn. At the end of his turn, Arlo and Galtier, you need to make a dexterity saving throw. That's a failure.
I got a 6-2.
That's also a failure.
I'm going to use my ring.
Okay. Does that make you automatically succeed?
Yes.
All right. Galtier, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
With 9 points.
9 points. Yep. And you are prone.
Okay.
As
Also, I think I have. Sorry, I guess I can find it. It's a issue for me. I have vulnerability to bludgeoning damage.
okay. So you would take 18 points of damage.
Jesus.
Vulnerability is double damage. Right, Mike? It's been a long time. Yeah, because resistance is half damage.
This is futile. That's what it is.
So as she raises her wings and unfurls them, Arlo ducks down, kind of shielding himself from the blast of wind as Galtier falls over onto the ground, bashing his head against one of the fallen stalactites. And she raises up. I did it again. It's the same freaking thing I did last week. All right. She raises up 40 feet off the ground. And she's hovering. Zoramir, you are up.
Right. I am going to come charging around the corner with my rapier out.
Okay.
And run up to the dragon and try and attack.
Okay.
19 to hit.
You miss.
Really?
She's 40 foot above
40
you.
feet in the air.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at something else. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. I was a little distracted right there by something else. Can I change my attack? Or am I already committed?
I'll allow it this one time.
Okay.
Because we haven't dealt with a lot of flying things, but yeah. I don't have a good marker for flying.
I will shoot off my crossbow.
Okay.
I'm going to reroll the attack.
No, 19's fine. That does hit.
I'll hit for 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Then I will use my still have haste going, so I will shoot off another one.
Okay, bonus action to reload. Your other
Okay.
one to fire.
Another 19 to hit.
Okay.
And that is 11 points of damage.
All right. As you run forward and thrust your crossbow into the air, and you see it pierce into her scale, you quickly reload, aim, fire. Another one pierces into the other scale. She howls out. It echoes through the chamber. Grayson, you are up.
Okay, have we decided is a potion a bonus action or an action?
A healing potion. I
Mhm.
believe through the campaign we've been doing them as an action.
How much cover are these white things?
The crystals, they're
Mhm.
tall. They're tall. They're fair cover. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move behind that.
Okay.
Use my action to use the superior healing potion.
Okay.
And then I will take a can't do this a bonus. If I take a swig and use the brewer's amulet, is that an action or a bonus action?
Oh, I didn't put it on there.
Nope.
Well, it triggered a drink of something. Well, yeah, I'd have to say it'd be like drinking a potion. So it'd have to be an action.
And the patching up, that's a bonus action, correct?
That's action and bonus action.
Motherfucker.
I feel you, man, because I'm right
I've never
behind.
been down this far before. I'm trying to not die. Okay. I guess then I will just do that. I will just take a superior potion. Can't do anything else.
All right. So Grayson runs off to the side, kind of ducks behind some crystals, trying to get out of the eyesight of the dragon. Pulls out a potion, throws the cork off to the side, and makes a sour look on his face as alcohol tastes much better to him than this. And you feel your wounds begin to seal and close as you kind of, for once, are taking a survey of the situation and kind of seeing where things are with this. All right. It is the dragon's turn. She lets out a massive roar. It's so loud with the echo, you feel the ground under your feet begin to shake. And then she ascends up and up. And you can see with each flap, her wings kind of break a little bit as she is significantly wounded and moves to the top where the opening is in the ceiling.
I want to yell up at her.
Okay.
You think you can run? Don't worry. You won't escape the hawkers.
And she can do 160 feet of movement a turn.
That's it.
I was hoping that would cause a reaction.
No reaction.
It was out of your sight already.
Yeah, she's just
Your
cresting
mother
the
was a
top of the room.
Your father smelled like elderberries.
So she's currently would be 200 feet above you. Does anybody want to do anything?
Something I can do.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
good.
I need to take cover. I'm gonna take a healing potion.
All right.
We should go jump in the horde and then see if she
What?
comes back.
What? Lilac?
He's hard to hear.
I can barely hear him.
We should go jump into that big pile of money and see if she comes back.
All right. For once, the room grows quiet as in the far distance you hear the familiar roar echoing throughout the land, and you hear the slight sound of rocks falling from her previous actions. They crumble down the side of the walls. Galtier, in the back of your head, you get this image and you can see her flying off into the night air. Moments pass. Arlo and Zoramir collapse onto the ground as your haste expires. What do you want to do?
We see the armor anywhere in here?
It's right up here in the corner. You can definitely see it. It's in a shadow.
Okay.
We need to look around before she comes back. If you need to heal, let's heal.
I don't think she'll be back anytime soon.
We did
She's heading away from us right now.
Hisk.
Yeah. Give her a run for the money.
Hisk comes up to Grayson. Well, was that what you were looking for?
I was hoping we could destroy her, but I guess chasing her off, not too bad. We didn't rescue Hamish like we intended.
Was that...
Maybe we can do something about destroying this armor.
How will the people take us returning without Hamish? This does not bode well.
The fact that he was still alive when we got here was something of a mystery. I would have thought that she would have killed him.
I don't think Hamish was who we thought he was.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I don't think you were there to hear the conversation between those two.
What did you hear when you were
We
sneaking
didn't
up there?
inform us of anything.
Well, we're in the middle of battle. What did you expect me to do?
Story
A
time?
little better than Hamish is dead.
Well, you can see he's been turned into mince meat in the ground there. It happened so quick. I don't even know. I couldn't even take it all in. Something about a ritual that's going to begin, and collecting the collection at Cape's Vassal wasn't enough for them to begin their ritual. They're talking about attacking Portstown and Cider Point too.
That's interesting.
Do you know? Did they say what the significance of those towns were?
No, I didn't catch any of that, but they clearly wanted something there, and they were prepared to frame us for murder or whatever to get us out of the way of interfering with their plans. They knew we were after the shard.
How would she know that?
I don't know, but she knew.
Did you guys tell Hamish what you were after? Because he doesn't seem like he was that good of friends with you to be trying to frame you.
I don't know what the little one is talking about. He did pay for us not to go to prison. All we had to do was work off our debt. There was no information given that he had any ill will.
I can't speak about nothing I know about.
Zoromir's gonna kind of just very 1,000-foot stared, just start walking off towards the gold pile.
Okay.
Zoramir, we have more important things to talk about before we go through this stuff.
I don't. And Hisk starts moving that way.
Zoromir's not going to react and just walk slowly over to the gold pile and then just kind of sit in it and in a very un-Zoramir-like fashion, not get very excited about it, but just kind of run his fingers through it and look at the gold almost as if it seems empty, nothing to him.
Hisk stops at the remains of Hamish, and you see him just kind of lightly prodding him with his foot. What do the rest of you want to do?
Blaylock, come take a look at this armor. Maybe there's some way we can damage it, or I don't know. We can't take it with us. It's too heavy, and we don't have the time or the equipment to move it.
I'm gonna bring the turret over there with me.
Okay.
But if we can somehow sabotage it, that way if they do come back, which I guess they took it for a reason, they
Do you
won't be
think
able to
there's-
use it.
Do you think there's one piece, like the smallest piece on here, that we could take? Because wouldn't they have to have the whole set?
I just look at Blaylock.
I need time with this more than we had previously. And I'd like to investigate the armor and see what's happened with the armor since the last time we looked at it.
Okay. You don't need to roll up for that. You take a look at it. It looks like it's in pretty much the same condition. It looks like it was just taken and put here as part of the hoard.
Okay. So remind me, what is the shape of it? I mean, is it still in pretty good shape?
It's in great shape.
And it's pretty big, I assume, like not
It's-
carryable.
Oh, it's quite large. Yeah.
Took 4 of us to get it out of the
Yeah.
city.
That was all the pieces. That's why I was just wondering if maybe we took a piece and hid it somewhere, then it
No.
would be a full set.
The only thing I'd say about that is I don't think it would do much. I mean, if you're wearing plate mail with a plate helm, taking the helm is not going to damage or not do much with the fact that they can still put the armor on.
I
Would
believe I have an idea. One that may drive this dragon mad, and it will make. What's the ground look like underneath the? I know this is an obscure question, but what's the ground look like underneath the armor? Is it ice or is it like rock?
It's rock covered in a thin layer of ice. I mean, it's not slick, but I mean, it's iced over stone.
I have a particular substance that, and when applied to an item, it will make it so that the bond it created cannot be undone, except by extreme magical means. And I fear I may not be able to destroy this, but I can make it useless.
I'm listening.
Zoramir, do you happen to have any more of that acid?
Yeah, I just reach in and toss him over one.
I just want to see what the reaction is on the metal.
Okay.
Pop the cork and start testing it on the.
How much do you pour on?
I'll start off with a couple drips just to see if there's any effect.
Okay. As you pour it on, it just runs down the side.
Well, that doesn't bode well. Blaylock?
What happened? Was there no effect? I missed that.
It just rolled right off.
Well, pros and cons. We glue this to the rock, and no one will ever be able to use it. It will be here as a memorial to any who have journeyed this far. Almost a memorial to Hamish, you would say. But a mockery all the same, because no one will be able to use it. But I foresee an occasion where someone may painstakingly remove the ground in which this glue resides and this object resides and still be able to utilize it. I don't know.
Well, you can't hurt to try.
I could
We've
try
not
and
really
blow
got
it
a whole
up.
lot of options.
I could try and detonate my turret inside of the armor and see if that has an effect, but it may just be a waste of time.
Blaylock, where do you go when you blink?
I step into the ethereal plane.
Are you able to take things with you?
No. I can take myself. DM, can I take anything with me when I blink?
I mean, what you're holding?
What if
So
I'm
if he's,
holding
like,
on to,
Holding on to the.
No.
Yeah, what if I'm holding on to the thing?
No, because then if that were possible, you could grab a hold of another person and take them with you, and that's not possible.
No, that's not possible.
Persuasion check. It's just armor.
You could have persuasion checked the DM.
It's just armor.
Here, I'll put myself in the armor. See,
There we go.
I'm wearing it. Look at me. I'm wearing it. And blink.
I don't have a whole lot of ideas. I mean, we could try to tamper with it. So if she ever tries to put it on, it
Yeah,
might
if
fall
whatever
off.
Blaylock can do can work, I say try it.
So we're running out of choices. Might as well try it.
Before we dispense with the armor, let's clear the room. I don't know. Detonating things inside of caves has not bode well for me.
Well, let's look at the horde then. I've said over here before. You blow that up too.
Look at all the gold. Zoramir, you're being awfully quiet.
does this all even mean? Wait, I'm just running my fingers through the gold. Look at all of this. You've come all this way for gold?
We came all this way to save Hamish, who apparently was a traitor, and now everyone is better off without him. So now we've rid the world of a traitor who I don't know if I have all of the facts yet based off of your story. You seem distracted, but this he meant ill tidings for Drakenwald.
Meant more than ill tidings for just Drakenwald. He mentioned the town I grew up in. And
What?
feeding on the souls from my town, my friends and my family, everyone that I grew up with, my home. It's gone.
How about you give us the whole conversation? This bits and pieces is not getting us anywhere.
And
You
almost like he has no social graces at all, Hiss comes over. You see a piece of raw flesh hanging from the corner of his mouth. And he kind of shoves Arlo a bit.
Wait, did he just eat Hamish?
Not all of him, but he hands
Take a
you
while.
he hands you a folded piece of paper, and there's something hard inside of that. This is all he had. I'd imagine it's of importance to you, but not me. Hands it to Arlo, and
Just gonna kind of look at it, look at him. Are you eating? Hamish?
you just hear him go.
Or that's just never mind. I'm not even gonna ask. So I'm gonna open it up. What's in this paper?
Okay. When you open up the note, you start reading through it, and it seems to be like notes written from information collected from people in Breckensfjord, telling their own version of a story of a group of people called the Mucking Good Adventurers stealing a white dragon egg and bragging about it at the local inn.
This is
Wait, TM, did we do that? Because that doesn't sound familiar.
No, we did not do that.
I was like, wait, I don't remember that at all, but
I was gonna say that was
When
a
did we get
mucking
an
good
egg?
time, man.
We weren't in there long enough. We were in there for like 10 minutes
that's right.
before you two
Breckensfield.
started
Okay,
fighting.
Okay, yeah, framing. This is the frame job. Got it.
And as you unfold the note, a small medallion falls out and clatters across the floor. You hear ding, ding, ding. It rolls over in front of you, Galtier.
Can I pick it up and investigate it?
What you see is a circular, almost like a coin, and it's a dragon biting its own tail. And above that, inscribed on top of it with cutouts and everything, you see the letter V with a K coming off the side of the V.
I'll walk over to Grayson and Blaylock. Say, have you guys seen this symbol before?
Which one? Because they're not in the same spot.
Oh, my bad. I thought they were. I'll go to Blaylock first, and Arlo then.
And Arlo, I didn't mean to step on you about what you're talking about there.
Well, that's fine. That's interesting. I'll relay everything that I read. I basically read the message out loud to everyone.
Okay.
Like I said, frame us.
That's I'm finding it hard to believe that he would do such a thing.
I wonder what that symbol means.
I
That's
do
interesting.
as well. What was the magistrate's name? Did he ever give his name back in Capestown?
Of course, there is no NPC without a name.
Yeah. Probably something with a lot of syllables.
I know Jazzy. I remember Jazzy.
Yeah, Jazzy was there.
Magistrate Fresman Darkscale.
Fresman Darkscale.
In the spreadsheet.
It is.
It's not in mine. It's probably in yours.
I should have it.
It's in there.
I've updated it.
I was gonna say we should all have the
We
same.
all have
one.
the same one.
I don't see him there.
2 or 3 down from our character names.
Oh,
Did the cult member underneath the tree, did he have any symbol like that?
He-
That's how we
I
found out about the cult to begin with.
I believe it was on one of his books, if I remember correctly.
Does it seem like it has any magical properties to it?
You can do an Arcana check on it.
I have an advantage on that, so I was hoping it'd be Arcana.
Okay.
Nat 20.
It's just a medallion.
It was an 18 and a 20. I did. It was 18 and 20. I'm like, sweet. Well, I think we need to figure out what we want to do with this armor. And we want to try taking in this gold.
Laylock, have at the armor. See if what you can do.
I'm gonna go over.
against my better judgment, I'm going to come over there and stick my crowbar in between some of the plates and just start trying to pry it and see what happens.
I'll go over and help him.
I mean, they shift with enough force.
Yeah, but does it break?
Does not break.
Okay, I'm trying to see if we can take this thing apart and make it.
I mean, it's pieces. It's not one continuous piece. It's pieces. So if you start wiggling back and forth, the head plate, is there, and then you have neck plates and arm plates, and
Oh,
Are we able to dismantle the joints of those plates?
I mean, you can certainly try.
Or Blaylock could use his glue to fuse the plates together.
Hmm.
So it's not as movable. I'm not sure how much of that stuff you have.
I got a few charges. A few doses. I'm gonna try something. Can I have the turret just crawl inside of the suit?
The turret's
Is it gone?
no, it's still there. It lasts an hour.
Yeah.
It can get close to it. Crawling inside, at least in my mind, I don't envision it as being that small.
Okay.
Before you go exploding things, because I'm assuming that's what you're planning on doing, maybe we should
I'm running out of options as to
Leave
what
the
we wanna do
cave?
with this armor.
clear out some of this loot and move to another area.
What if we buried it? What if we buried this somewhere?
We've seen the damage this thing has done by exploding before.
Let's gather what we can from what the dragon left behind. I'll investigate the horde.
All right. How many people want to help to count the horde?
I'll help.
I'm looking at platinum pieces and gold.
Okay. Okay. What's everyone looking at? Everything or?
No, I'm looking specifically for gems and magical items. I
Okay.
can roll them. Oh, you know what? Can I roll and identify? Or
You don't need to roll. It's just counting.
I thought I was doing a detect.
Zoramir?
Just money.
I'm just sitting in the middle of the pile, half-heartedly helping.
Counting everything.
Just kind of, counting and then throwing it back into the pile and counting a little bit. And
Arlo?
Sorry, I think you're being counterproductive.
Counter. I'm gonna look for like any rings or anything like that, medallions.
Okay. Galtier?
I'll look for gold along with equipment, like if there's any shields or other swords.
All right. So this is going to take a couple hours. There's a lot here. So nobody's counting the silver or copper, correct?
I'll take some silver. It all adds up.
Why would you take less of value?
Well, if you're getting all the gold and the platinum,
I'm not talking about.
There's no way
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about taking it yet. I'm talking about counting it.
Here.
Do you want to count the silver?
Although you can count all of the copper and silver, and then we'll count the rest.
get my abacus
There's
out.
no way we're walking out of here with all this loot. There's no way.
Okay. We'll say you
All
spend
right.
the next 3 hours counting everything in the pile. You find 1,397 platinum. Don't write anything of this down yet, because we don't know how much you're walking away with.
Oh,
You find 10,513 gold,
Jeez.
20,211 silver, and 103,206 copper.
Jim never gives us anything.
Yeah.
till now.
You find 12 gems that are worth 500 gold pieces each. And a set of keys. It's a key ring with 3 keys that have a square type end to them. They're not normal looking keys.
I'll take the keys.
Okay.
How much platinum was it again?
1,397.
You mean we can't carry all this?
I don't know about you, but
You have a bag. You have
that has
bag.
a weight limit.
Uh,
Why do you think I told Blaylock we weren't putting a fucking giant ass
right.
construct in it?
By God, he would have tried.
Grayson, we should ensure that Hisk is provided for and adequately compensated.
I was just about to
for his
ask
life.
about him.
Oh, I will get my portion. And you see him already, knowing the final count, he's already collecting his portion. Just so you know, for those doing the math, his cut is 139 platinum, 1,051 gold, 2,021 silver, and 10,320 copper, and 1 gem.
Oh, does he have to have the gem?
He gets 10% of the entire horde. And
Gem. Blaylock wants the gem.
Blaylock, you were looking for the gems, so I'll have you roll a d12, and that will decide which one he gets.
Oh, I'm gonna
Oh
pay him.
boy.
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna pay the mother scratcher. D12. I didn't even have a D. Wait, are you a D12? You're a D12. You're that die that I never have. 12.
12?
Yeah, 12.
Okay. He takes a smooth black stone, which is a jet. So, because you better believe I did the math. The hoard that's left after his cut is 1,258 platinum, 9,462 gold, 18,190 silver, and 92,886 copper and 11 gems.
How much was the gold again? I'm sorry.
9,462.
And a copper was 90,000.
Not taken.
No, he took the copper was 92,886.
Sorry, you read all those numbers off really fast.
I know.
Hisk.
As he's stuffing the last bit of coin into his pouch at his side. Yes.
500 gold for that gem.
Oh, I believe I'll keep this.
How much? We never discussed this. I know you and I discussed how much was actually in the bag. How much was in the still in the chest that we had in the bag?
Ooh. I don't remember a chest being in there.
Yeah, that was what
Yeah, we actually
she gave us. Our
we
reward
crammed
was there was a
the
chest of.
into the handy haversack.
It was a chest of coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went ahead and calculated the weight for your the coin that was in there, so we'll just go with that. The chest doesn't add that
Well,
much.
it was a small chest. It wasn't
Yeah.
like a huge chest. It was
Yeah.
just a.
So I already
I
did the
know-
coin weight for that one.
Okay.
You currently have
I'm just trying to
210
think.
pounds in your bag of holding.
Yes. I mean that I understood, but I'm like, I know we have spent quite a bit of gold from the chest because we bought all that armor and stuff.
Yeah, it's still probably going
I
to be
guess it
around
doesn't
that. Yeah.
matter. Okay. Okay.
Well, I've got
So-
mine if we want to go.
Are we gonna split this up evenly between all of us? Because I can calculate it real quick.
We do have a group fund that we keep separate from personal shares for repairs.
I can divide it all by 6, and that will each will have a 6 of it, and then adding a 6 of it to the group fund. If you're okay with that.
Everybody okay with that?
It's fine.
With me.
I'm gonna go back to tinkering with the armor.
Okay. In total, that's 25 pounds of platinum and 189 pounds of gold, separated between all of you.
89.
189 in total if you were to put it all in the bag of holding.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Sorry, give me a second. So that's 209.
I'm only putting my share and the group share in the bag, so
Okay.
189 is total, not the 6th.
Not the sixth. No.
That gold broke out nice and even.
Yep, it does. So you
What
still
if we
have
for Tensor's floating disc, just gonna sit there and just have it floating around behind us.
silver and copper left.
Yeah, I'm on them right now.
Blaylock, are you taking all the gems?
you can have my share.
Since you were searching for them?
I would like to hold on to the gems if possible.
That's 110 pounds of gems.
What? I thought it was just 5.
There's 11
There's
gems.
11 gems.
11.
The gems aren't that big.
I was gonna say I figured the size of your
They're
fingernail.
worth 500 gold pieces. They're big gems.
Them some nads right there.
Okay, so if we divide each one by 6 For platinum, it's 209.6. Gold is 1,577 per person.
How much?
1,577. Silver is 3,032.6.
Okay. Remember, when you get to
I
silver, there's this. The pile of silver weighs 364 pounds. You all have added about. Well, Blaylock's 110 pounds heavy now, on top of what he normally carries.
Do we just want to take mostly the platinum and the gold, and then
That's all
add
I'm
some
carrying.
silver?
That's
No,
I think
leave the silver.
And it's 1,858 pounds of copper.
Yeah, that
we
one's.
can't just
technically-
carry that.
Do what?
We can't just carry that.
I mean,
you may certainly try.
Okay. So for 209 platinum, how much is that weight wise?
it's not much. I'd have to get the calculator out.
So I'm going to add 209 to mine real quick.
You want me to keep track of this? I need you to keep track of it.
I didn't know you were gonna do.
You just threw a whole bunch of money at us. Did you really think we weren't gonna?
We're gonna take it.
I'm not putting it all in the bag and then later on be like, oh, I exceeded the 500 pounds.
I must not have gold as weighing on my character and beyond.
No, we don't enable. All right, how much
Mostly
gold was it
for
each,
us,
or
it
how
was-
much platinum was it each?
209, and I figured we'd add up the 0.6, and then put that in the group total.
About 4.2 pounds.
Okay, I gotta take Yoshi out real quick.
Okay.
Then 1577 gold.
Yes.
Give me a second. 1577, 31 pounds, almost 32.
Okay, I lied.
So I will add that.
So everybody got 209 plat, and then so did the kitty for the group funds.
Yes.
Okay.
And the group fund got an extra 3.5 or 3.6 because there's that 0.6 for everybody of platinum.
I'm not really worried about the points.
What? That's three.
Mhm.
That's 30 gold there. Okay. So we're definitely all adding the platinum to ourselves. How much is
And-
1,577 gold pieces?
31
31
pounds.
Okay. That puts me at like 162 pounds. Well, 170 pounds.
Yeah, so you're pretty much at your capacity. That's a
Okay.
lot of extra weight to be just carrying.
Yeah. I will take as many gems as I can to help offload the weight from Blaylock, so that way we can at least get them out of the cave and he can do something with them later.
However you guys want to do it.
Mm,
You still have the bag of holding. It's only at a little over half capacity.
Do we want
I'm
to put the
only using
gems?
that for the group funds.
Okay.
I don't want to get it overloaded and then something happen and all
So
of our
how-
stuff's in one.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much does
We've
one
had
gem
that
weigh?
happen.
How much does what?
One gem weigh?
They are 10 pounds apiece.
Okay, and my max is probably like 200 pounds.
I would say that's plenty, yeah, to be carrying.
I'll just take the 2 then, because that puts me at like 190.
Okay.
most I can carry is 180, and I'm at 111 right now.
Okay.
I'll take a third one then, just so that I'm at my max. 3 gems. Blaylock. So that puts it down to a total of 8 gems left. And then how many are you gonna be able to take, Blaylock? Like 5?
I can only carry about 89 pounds. So I can carry 8.
Okay, well, so you can carry the rest of them.
And then he's good. Zoramir, you're just taking your share, and then are you leaving the silver and copper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to add some more silver to the group fund and then stop there? I don't know how much silver and gold there is, or sorry, silver and copper there is in the
A lot.
group fund. Sorry, I mean the group fund specifically.
And I will give you an estimate of what we got after I put all this stuff in.
Okay.
I gotta add it all up.
Mhm.
Right. Group fund right now stands at 233 platinum pieces, 6,001 gold pieces, 889 silver pieces, and 3,736 copper pieces. And while we are at it, while we're doing all this, since it didn't get taken care of in the hut last session, since I wasn't here, the adamantine breastplate was going to Gaultier. And
Right now, he can't hold it.
What do I have on right now for just studded leather? How much is the adamantium?
is 20 pounds. Well, since we're not using encumbrance for anything other than gold, but we haven't yet.
Well, I could drop my studded leather, or do you mind if I put my studded leather in your? Well, why don't you keep it?
That's something I can put in the bag. That's something that we can either sell later, or if it's
Okay.
something that we can sell later, like you're not going to use it, or we find something that's not going to be used, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
So I will put the studded leather.
Here, take my studded leather as well.
Okay. I will need to know what the rates are on that.
Why do I have 10 pounds worth of torches? What is going on here?
Then adamantium breastplate I'm adding.
Yeah, hold on.
Yep.
Man, I'm having a real hard time with you, Blaylock. I can't.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're very quiet.
He was asking why he had like 10 pounds of torches.
I'm telling you, nothing
Okay.
changed.
Adamantine breastplate is 20 pounds.
Okay,
It is
add
an
that.
original AC of 14. It is a medium armor breastplate, magical. So you should be able to find it in the D&D Beyond. And what it does is, while you are
Yeah, okay.
wearing it,
Well, he can look
Any
that up
critical
when he
hit
adds
against
it.
you?
Yeah, I just added it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna unequip my studded leather, and I'm gonna remove that.
so I will edit that. I no longer have that. I do have 2 studded leathers. And how much does the studded leather weigh?
Mine weighs 13 pounds.
And I'm assuming Blaylock's does is 2. You said 30? I'm sorry, 13.
13. This one's a studded leather +1. It looks like it's a magical one. It's blue. It's rare. Sorry.
We are now at 271 pounds out of 500 in the bag.
Guys, shut up. Does anybody hear that?
DM wanting us to move along.
You guys hear that?
Hear what?
Is it coming back? I stand up and look up.
Just briefly, as you look up, you just see a silhouette flying over the top of the hole.
Guess we might want to think about getting out of here.
Can you tell me which direction a dragon is? Because my castigation
not-
lets me know.
You know that it's not far.
Okay. The dragon's not too far from us. We might want to heed Zoramir's warning and get going.
Well, the bad part about it is, where are we going to go? She has the upper hand if we leave this cave. So unless we hide again in the dome, I'm not sure what other options we have. None of us are prepared for another battle right now. If we run out of the cave, we are in open field for her.
Yeah, I suggest we get in the hut and at least try to get some, try to heal and rest and recoup in case she does come back. Be a little more prepared.
Hisk drags himself back over. Are we going or are we staying?
I suggest we go back to the campfire with the giant bones.
I don't know if we want to go in an enclosed area like that.
I do agree.
This is a cave. We're in an enclosed area.
Yeah, but that's more enclosed than some of the other areas we've been in. And it's a dead end. Is this her home? So if she comes back, walks through the cave and she finds us there, our backs are against the wall.
We don't have any options. We can't go back out.
Well, I'm not saying we have to go back out, but we could go in a different spot in the cave.
Let's move.
Agreed. Blaylock, do you want to
Now-
take care of this armor real quick then? I don't think we ever determined what we were going to do with that armor.
Well, we did. It was just a matter of if you did it or not.
That's true. I know we're-
So, give me the armor. Is it just like a regular armor? Is there stuff in the middle? I'm trying to picture what this is.
What do you mean stuff in the middle?
Like, is there gears in the middle, or is it just open in the middle, like an open cavity?
They're just armor pieces. Like if you were to set out a breastplate or a suit of armor, there's leg pieces, armor pieces, chest pieces, arm pieces.
Oh, so it's just laid out like that?
Just gigantic.
Just big.
I don't know what to do with that. I say we bury it.
There's no time to bury it.
Hmm.
If you can't do anything with it, we need to just leave.
Hmm.
I thought you were going to glue them together.
I say we leave it.
You're
Unless
the
someone
expert.
has a better idea, but I have no way of destroying
But
this.
you didn't even try to do anything to it. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Want to see what I can do to this armor?
Well, at least you can say you
You
tried.
said you could meld it into something to make it harder for them to take it.
Hmm.
Can you do that or no? We don't have a lot of time here.
I don't think it's possible. We should move on, or I can collapse this cavern.
You did mention they wanted to get this armor to craft too.
Well, if
I'll
that's
take
the
out the
case,
glue.
then Kraft isn't a very decent person.
I'll take out the glue and I'll just start. I'm gonna use. How many different pieces are there that are laid out?
I mean, it's a full set, so
I have a question.
eight or nine pieces.
Okay.
It's for
well,
a dragon, right?
How many charges would I need to be able to glue of the glue? Would I need to be able to glue that together?
You want to glue it just into a ball? Or what? How do you want to glue it?
Be specific.
Like to do, and pretend like it doesn't exist.
If it's for a dragon, I imagine it has joints to go along the neck for it to move. So if you glue those into one straight line, she's not going to be able to turn her head.
Yes, but what would I?
Even just
What-
gluing it to itself.
What would I glue it to that she could not pry? If I glued it to the ground, then she would pull it from the ground. If I glued it to each other, maybe.
Okay, so do that.
Make it one big lump.
I'm going to stack the armor on top of each other and start slathering glue all over it.
Okay.
This will be the I'm gonna put the breastplate at the bottom. I'm gonna put the headpiece on top. Put a layer of glue on the bottom of the headpiece, attached to the breastplate, so it's unusable in any fashion. And then I'm gonna take the gauntlets and I'm gonna put them beside the headpiece and then glue them to the breastplate.
Okay. That's going to
Yeah,
use
and then
all your glue.
And I'll take the little shin guards and the foot ones, and I'll shove them inside of there and slather some glue in there.
So
Be a mass of garbage.
Arlo helps you lift them because they're heavy, they're big. As you stack everything up and glue them, it takes you a bit of time to get it all covered up, but eventually you get it all done, and you just kind of discard the container off to the side.
How long does
Let's
this take to
move.
dry?
I'm very tempted to put a rude gesture on the breastplate.
All right, so I think we need to get out of here.
We
Let's
should go.
go.
At least back to the opening of this cave and pop a tent, or
I'll grab the turret and start heading out.
Where do you want to go?
At least to the intersection that we fought the Yeti at. That's just my thought. That puts us close to the exit, but also two other ways we can go that we know aren't straight up dead ends. Well, one way we know is not a dead end. We don't know what up goes.
I'm gonna flip the staff over to healing word, and who is not doing so well? How are
Don't
we
think any of
feeling?
us are.
No, we could pop the bubble and just heal for a long rest or something.
I am tempted to go north.
well, why don't you wait?
Hmm.
We could go with you when we're better.
Would you guys be willing to pop a bubble on the south side of this entrance right here, a little bit to our left?
We can do it right in the center enclave.
Where this little V is?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yep.
That's a possibility.
Not see through this bubble.
She can't get into the bubble.
It's transparent for us to see out. You said it looks just like part of the wall to them.
I would find it hard to sleep with a dragon waiting for a bubble to dissipate outside of the bubble.
Understandable, but again, if we go out into the field, she has flight advantage. And we are out in an open area.
I agree with Grayson.
No better than I.
At least in here, she has restricted movement. How high are the ceilings in here?
They're pretty tall.
Okay.
They go up
But
a while.
I mean, okay. but there's not a lot of movement area for her. Like
She
with 20
wouldn't be
feet.
flying through it. No, she'd be definitely walking through it.
Advantage us.
Well, let's do it. Tired of feeling the blood roll down my side.
Isk,
Yes.
place the dome
Here?
over where we.
Okay. So, Hisk grabs his ring and twists a bit, and the bubble. I just want to get back to Breckensfjord. He walks inside.
I think we all want to get back there now.
Set up 2 watches, 2 people per watch, just in case. No sleeping on the job. Everybody heals up.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I will too.
I'll take the watch with him.
Okay.
Take second.
I'll help a second.
I suggest everybody get as much healing as you can. Especially if things go sideways again.
You heal at the end. So you take a short rest, you get 5 hit dice back, and then you heal. You can heal after that.
Short rest, you get 2 health points, or 2 hit die back.
We're doing a
Oh,
long rest though, right?
Yeah,
We're
but
doing a long rest.
if we split the shifts in half, we each only
You
get
still get a
short-
long rest.
You still get a
Okay.
long rest. Yep.
So 5 back.
So I would suggest using all your hit die, because after the long rest, you get your
I
hit
only
die back.
had 2 before the long rest, so it wasn't many.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right. Who's doing the first watch?
Don't you listen, DM?
Nope. I was doing
Blaylock
something
and
else.
Grayson.
Okay. Which one are you rolling, or are you rolling separately?
Just one of us at advantage.
Which one?
I think I've got the higher perception at an 18.
All right. You mainly listen and look. You hear nothing of alarm through the course of the night. If there's any conversations you two want to have, this would be the time.
Oh. Well, if Zoramir is to be believed,
Hmm.
there's a lot more going on here than we realize.
I don't think he's been very forthright with what he heard. He's distracted. I don't know why.
I don't think he told us everything.
I don't think so either. Well, we survived, and that is well. But we've explored one end of this cliff back to and down the other in Breckensfjord, and no shard. I'm all for the idea of law enforcement, but I do not have time to be the enforcer of everyone's current malady.
Sorry, Blaylock. James, Bill, I can't hear you. I can't hear a damn thing.
I don't know why you guys have issues hearing him.
Yeah, I would say he's got the same volume as the last 2-3 weeks.
Well, it's super quiet.
I've got my mic all the way up. I can hear everybody else just fine. He's the only one I can't hear.
Yeah, we got to see what we can do this week. All right, who's got the next watch?
I do.
With anyone else?
Yeah, I'll watch with them.
Okay. Which one of you is rolling?
That's perception, right?
You probably want me to roll.
Probably.
With
Or maybe
advantage.
not. Oh, with advantage. Whew.
Yep.
18.
You hear a little bit, but nothing of any concern. You think you see something in the far distance, but there was nothing there. Any conversations you'd like to have before morning?
Yes. I think what was it? It was Hamish, right?
Yep.
I think Hamish is working with Broman. It said something about Broman. Well, I think there's more to Grayson's family that he's leading on. Easter said to have Hamish release the Harkers on her for her to feast.
I'm gonna ask who's Broman?
Broman's the king, right?
Nope.
Which one was Broman?
Not I know he's like a bad guy, but not the metagame. I don't know who he is.
Nope.
Okay, so there goes that
Okay.
one.
Yep.
You seem off. Are you worried about your hometown? You said that one of the places they named they're going to attack is
No,
where
they
you grew up in.
They already attacked and I think they wiped it out. I think Broman was behind it. Ow. But that's a conversation we need to have with the whole group. I wouldn't expect you to understand the gravity of what this means.
I have been through a thing or two myself on that side, but not a whole town, just a family. But do you have any way to find out if they've already destroyed it or not?
Oh, it's a whole long story. I was ripped away from my home, was teleported away, and I have no idea. I've been trying to figure out how I can get back to them, but now might mean nothing. Might not be worth trying to get back to them. There might be nothing to go back to.
There's two sides to a gold piece. They might not have attacked yet. They might be fine.
Oh, you said that he already fed on their souls. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like they might attack me. It sounds like they already did.
Well, like I said, I don't know everything that you heard between their conversation.
That's exactly what they said.
All right.
All right.
Lay down for rest or finish your watch.
Okay.
Anything else?
I am going to step away from Galtier. I'm gonna go keep an eye on the other side.
The wall?
We can see through, right?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the wall.
It's a very tight space, but yeah. You can turn your back to him like Gollum eating a fish, but
I'm gonna kind of shuffle around and then, as subtly as possible, reach into my bag, grab some meat and some acid, and slosh it down.
all right. I need you to roll a sleight of hand, and Galtier, I need you to roll a perception.
Guys, AFK for a minute.
24.
What was your perception?
14.
Okay. He doesn't see you.
Do I smell it?
No.
I assume it's one of the rotten meats.
You take it out. What do you want to do with it?
Is this what you want? Since you're hungry, I'm gonna start eating it.
with the acid.
I'm gonna eat the meat and then drink the acid.
You take 20 points of acid damage.
20 points?
Yep.
Holy crap. Most I've taken so far.
Then you hear,
You have fed me. You give me what I desire. For that, I bestow on you a gift.
and you feel a shooting sense of pain as scales begin forming up your shoulders and up the back of your neck. And Galtier, I need you to make another perception check.
As I'm wincing in the corner.
10.
10.
I'm not very perceptive.
Yeah, you're not very perceptive at all.
These
As
are dying.
as the scales creep up
What
the back of your neck, you feel a sharp pain in the back of your skull as small horns begin to protrude from the back of your head. They're only about an inch or two, but you feel them rip and tear as they pierce through your flesh.
You will be one of my children. A gift I give you.
Reach a hand up and feel. What does this mean? What can I do something with this?
You
And-
can back headbutt people.
Deep within your throat, you feel glands begin to swell as you now get an additional cast of that ability.
Oh.
I'm going to be brewing another one of my potions since I'm so oblivious to what's behind me. Just so I have them back up to 2 again.
Okay. Do you finish your watch?
Zoramir, anything on your side?
Nothing over here. It's all clear.
Nope, my side looks clear. I might have missed a drag if it came at us. The way I'm rolling. I guess that's the end of the watch.
And as morning comes and you see the light bits of sunlight coming out of the main entrance of the cave, people begin to wake up. And Hisk stands. Shall we?
Oh,
Heading back to Brecken's Forge, or are we going and exploring the cavern a little more?
I say we should finish exploring the cavern. We never know what's left. We might find some more information.
My obligation to you is basically over.
Feel free to stick around with us if you want, Hisk.
Would you
Where
like
would you
led
like
back
to
to
go out?
Brecken's Fjord?
I would prefer to stay with Hisk because of the bubble and the protection that provides during night. If he's just gonna leave, That's just me.
There's something we've not discussed yet as what our next plans are.
Well, obviously the shard was not here.
If it helps, the dragon's far to the east from here.
We need to go back and see the king, do we not?
Would be a good idea. He might know where the shard is. We just had a general location of this area. But then again, we are bringing him bad news.
Well, let's see. Hisk, would you mind if you stuck with us just long enough to look up in that cavern, and then you could take us back to Breckenfjord?
Make it quick.
We shall.
Blaylock, you want to lead the way? You want to go up there? I'll lead
And
with you.
as you say that, Blaylock's already
Gone.
working his way that way. All right, is everybody going?
Yeah, I'm there with him.
Hisk is just going to lean against the wall here, frustrated.
I'll have pulled my my hood up over my head.
Okay. Blaylock, you continue forward. Make an intelligence saving throw. I'm just kidding. Within the room, you find the piled remains of giant's bones.
So it looks like she trapped them in these rooms and left them to die.
Maybe food, perhaps?
Could also have been of someone who's attacking her. Damaged him just enough to get him to back off and froze him in here. But I think that answers what Blaylock wanted to look at.
Blaylock, what do you want to do? You're out front there.
I'd like to start walking out once I've discovered the inner workings of the cave. I mean, I've investigated it and there's nothing there, correct?
What you notice as you were the first one there is deep gashes and marks on the bone itself. Looking at the skulls.
Deep gashes. Someone came here to die. This poor creature would have eaten me in a moment's notice, but to see it die in this fashion, I still wouldn't wish that on anybody. To starve to death.
It's quite an unfortunate way to go.
Cool. Very cool.
Look at the map. You said the dragon is in the east.
Correct. He's currently in the far east.
And there's only one other place that she could be. The plateau. I say we should make our way back to Breckenfjord. We need to speak to the king. Zoramir, anything else of import that we need to know? We have a couple of days. I suggest you get your thoughts together and inform us. No more surprises.
Man, I may have to believe that my entire family and the village and everybody I know is destroyed. It's a little hard to keep my thoughts together.
I understand that, but you were the only one to be anywhere near that conversation. So if there is other important things we need to know, you need to get it together. There's time to mourn later.
Actually, your last name is Harker, right? Lystra wanted Broman to release the Hawkers on her, so she could feast on them. Does that make any sense?
She knows where my family is?
It seemed like it.
Well, I guess that is good news that they are still alive.
At least for now.
I know it seems from a conversation that Broman knows exactly where they are more than she did. Because if she's this powerful dragon, why would she need someone else to release them so she could feed versus just going herself and feeding?
Well, if they are prisoners, she may not be able to just take them. They came here looking for a lich, a powerful lich.
Are we walking as we're talking? Because I don't want Hiss to leave us.
Last I know, you're still in that room talking. So
No, I think we should talk and walk.
We need to go.
okay, if you want to talk and walk, that's fine. You meet back up with Hisk, and he leads you west. All right. As you venture out, I need someone to roll a d4.
Ugh. I feel lucky.
Okay.
What could possibly happen? 4.
Now roll a d6.
Of course. Four. Last
Alright.
time I rolled that was bad. That was bad juju.
All right. Any conversations that need to be had?
Zoramir needs to keep talking.
I think we need to focus more on this Broman guy. I mean, he has your family, Grayson, and I mean, he wiped
Has
out
Blaylock's mother as well.
Blaylock's mother and wiped out my entire village. This guy needs to be dealt with. We can't let this guy keep tormenting the world.
That is why we are collecting the pieces for the sword. But it's obvious that he has other people looking for them too. I have 2 pieces. You said your friend back in Portstown has a piece. The 4th piece was where? Cape's Vassal?
Apes vessel.
We already know that one of the elves helped forge it. So we need to gather the pieces together. I have personally not been to Cape's Vassal. I spent a lot of time at the castle itself before heading to Portstown and dealing with the dead spokes.
Fish also mentioned something about Rash keeping a hold of a shard.
Rash. That name is not familiar to me.
Nor I. Was that
So-
one of the dwarves? No.
So I think we aren't just on a battle against time to get all of the shards before Broman wipes out this whole place, but we might have to confront him directly to even get all of the pieces of the shards.
And what about the armor? Was Hamish helping her put it on?
No, it didn't sound like the armor was even for Listra. Some mentioned something about a ritual that they needed it for. They needed to get it to craft so it could be reforged, and the order is involved in this too. It happened so quick.
Blaylock, have we heard anything else about craft in the books you've been reading?
I have
If
heard.
he is involved, he is not. Another construct. And obviously one who is doing evil deeds.
Not evil. He was for hire in the Sword Coast, but there was no one who could match his prowess in anything that he put his hands on. Quite the feat. I would like to meet this construct.
Well, if he is working with dragons and liches, I don't see him being good.
But we don't know his intent. Just that his origin was in Uth Melanon.
And as we saw down there, not a whole lot of good came from there.
No,
They were
not
messing
at
with
all.
a lot of things that they should not have been messing with. Hisk, how long have you been in Brackenford?
A month, maybe 2. I go where the winds lead me.
Any strange rumors or stories from the docks?
Well, there's the stories of the vicious fish. Of course,
Is
those
that recent?
quite recent. Fish attacking men on the ships. They have hair. It's quite strange, but sailors tend to see things. Outside of that, rumors of darkness, clouds that never leave. Some say that the trees of the dead spokes are budding again.
Yes, we've had something to do with that. The elves have moved back.
The elves are all gone. They died long ago.
They were in hiding.
They live.
They do.
Fascinating.
We've met them and brought them their hometown, their tree village of a sort. Quite a fantastic sight.
Other than that, the sounds of regular shipmates, of large creatures attacking ships, and creatures who sing sweet songs and lure people to their deaths. But what sailors don't have those tales?
Well, we should get back as quickly as possible. It's obviously she has our scent.
She does. Is it safe to go back to Breckensfjord?
I don't think we have a choice.
Hmm.
There's got to be answers there.
Hmm.
The king must know something. Probably should have spoken to him before we made this journey, but we were in a hurry to get to Hamish.
Laylock, are you suspecting that the king might be in on something?
I suspect everybody now, since Hamish revealed his true colors to Zoramir. Who can we trust?
Each other. We can trust ourselves.
Well, I'm sorry, Arlo, but though our bond is growing, we barely know each other.
But we've shed enough blood to think that we're getting to that point where we can trust each other.
True.
I don't blame you for your skepticism, Laylock.
Many have died. Too much betrayal.
Well, shall we?
You continue on. Over the frozen terrain, Hisk stays fleet of foot, knowing the way back to Breckensfjord. As you're not searching for something, you're heading toward a direction. Day turns to night, and he turns to you. Shall we camp for the evening or continue?
There's no
I'm not
pond
willing
in
to
our way, is
continue
there?
in the dark.
Or lava fields?
I don't want to cross the pond.
I say we rest. Too many of us can't see in the dark.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
He twists his ring, and the familiar bubble comes out. He steps inside. What do you want to do?
I will take first watch, and I am going to work on my whip a little bit.
Okay, so I'll start at the top here on my list. Zoramir, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go brood in the corner.
Okay. Arlo, what are you going to do?
I am going to try to sharpen my sword.
All right, go for it.
22.
Okay, that's a success. Laylock?
I'm going to sit down with Zoramir.
Okay. I'll take care of that here in a moment. Grayson.
Whip,
You
which I
can-
got a 19 on.
Okay.
And I will
Success.
take first watch, so if you want me to roll perception.
Yeah, that's fine. For when we get to that point. All right, Blaylock, you walk over to Zoramir.
Zoramir.
Laylock. Familiar face.
I need to trouble you for some time. Now, that conversation you overheard with Lystra, I need you to think back on that. Now, try to remember what she told you. Now, You mentioned Broman Karth.
Yes.
What of Broman Karth?
He seems to be. They talked very vaguely, at least, and very quickly. And he seems to be a ringleader of some sort.
We have heard this name before.
Yes, he has your mother, doesn't he?
He does. He is also looking for the blades as well.
It sounds like they might have at least one piece.
How do you gather that? This harsh rash?
Sorry, I have to look at this wall of text. Yeah, Hamish said that Rash had to keep a hold of a piece of the shard. So I have to assume that means they have one in their possession. It sounds like Hamish and Kraft and this Rash person were all in cahoots with Broman.
Craft. So the construct. The construct needed the armor?
I don't know if the construct needed the armor. The
construct is Craft.
They talked about needing the armor for a summoning. Would that be for the construct? For Craft?
No. This has brought more questions than answers. Zoramir, I must know more. Think.
Is there anything I haven't revealed yet?
Did you hear anything about my mother? Anything about the captives?
I don't think so. Not that I remember. I mean, I kind of went into a state of disbelief when I heard my village. I've never expected to have my village of Rumfeld pulled into this huge mess. What could they possibly want with my family there?
I don't know, but with this need for slaves and the souls collected from your village, this does not bode well. I know little about liches, but what I do know will keep you up at night for some time.
Ooh, I don't know much of anything about them.
What do I know about liches, DM?
Roll a history check.
Son of a...
Not much.
Yeah, 13. I have a +9. Every time I roll a history, it's like sub 5. Okay.
You don't know a whole lot. It's not something you studied. You've heard the name, but
I know that when I heard the name Lich, or read the name Lich, that it was something that was not discussed, but meant to instill fear to the reader. And remember back in Cape's Vassal, the phylactery there from the Lich. There's a lot of Lich talk going around, and that is frightening.
Do the rest of us hear this conversation? I mean, we're all kind of.
You're all kind of in there.
huddled
It's a
around.
small dome. I would say
Yeah.
passive perceptions. Yeah, you could hear this stuff going on.
Liches or wizards.
Even with 11 passive perception?
The bubble's only like 10 feet.
Yeah, I mean, we're practically like spooning. Okay?
Yes. Yeah, it's close.
Liches are wizards that wanted more power than they could handle alive. They have given their souls to live forever, and they feed off of the souls of others to become stronger.
I don't like the sound of that.
Wait, say that again. They
We know-
feed off of what?
They feed off of souls. They give souls to the god that they worshipped
Oh,
to become immortal.
Zoramir.
I mean, my village's souls are being used for that?
I'm sorry, Zoramir.
Oh, this is horrible. This is so much worse than I thought.
Wizards can be assholes. Liches, the shit that lives within the asshole.
Well put.
Take a big swig of alcohol. That is why 3 hawkers came to this island, trying to defeat what they presumed was a lich. It was only rumors, but the fact that it took 3 of them and they never came back, again, knowing that they're alive, I don't know if that brings me pleasure or not. What kind of pain and torture they must be under right now. But if this evil could defeat 3 hawkers, I don't know why I presumed that it would be any different from me. I think it was my hopes that I would find them dead and be able to put them to rest.
I hope that your family is still alive. And I hope that your village has not succumbed to what we fear, Zoramir.
You're the worst, but if they were visiting my village, that must mean it can't be too far from here, right?
If they've taken notice of your village, and your village was not on this island, what do the people of your village do?
Well, we're a bunch of halflings. We
And
rejoice in
not your
food and
race. What do you do? What is you have to have some sort of income, something. You are you farmers? Are you what would be there at in your village, not on this island, that would draw Broman's attention?
why is Flesh
Read your
giving this look?
backstory. I don't know. I don't know what your backstory is.
Nobody does.
I love Drasten's look right now.
I just like when I write something and it fits into what you guys have done so well.
Oh,
I was not prepared to answer this question. Sorry.
I know that you have been dealing with a lot, Zoramir, but I need you to focus Was there anything else that was discussed? Locations, people. We know of Kraft. We know of Broman Karth. We know of Rumsfeld. Is there anything else?
That's all I can remember. They didn't say anything about where they were. They said they might, or they would be going after Portsdown and Cider Point, but that they've
Portsdown again.
back to Portsdown.
Well, we do know that the wizard there that we dispatched was looking for the shards as well. That's where we got the map from his tower, showing where the locations at least were.
Yes. I'm wondering if Lystra and Hamish were aware. Wait, do I know that that's Lystra?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm wondering if the dragon and the Hamish are dealing with old information.
Oh, did they not
No.
tell everybody that that's Lystra?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No. Thus the past 15 minutes of trying to suss out Zoramir's recollection of the conversation.
I thought I had said that. My bad.
No problem.
It's fine. It's just a dragon. It's a white dragon.
The dragon is Lystra.
Well, that would be information that we needed. Whatever deal she had, she was walking around Brecken's Ford in human form. That makes sense. That she would have known when the armor was retrieved. And obviously, the stone that you touched, Zoramir, that brought you here was a transportation stone.
Must have been.
I'm just not putting the pieces together. I don't know why a village of halflings would be of any interest.
Do you call Zoramir's brother? He was very adept in the arcane ways, or least of the magical sort.
Was he, though? I thought he said he got that when he arrived here, after touching the stone.
Oberon was not always like that.
That was a recent. Maybe they are uniquely gifted. Oh, that wouldn't explain Zoramir, then.
Did you say Zoramir is not gifted?
I don't know where that would have come from.
One too many drinks.
It could be possible that Zoramir's village has ancestry stuff going on that's make them unique to do certain things that he's not even aware of.
The Zoramir
Again, I
is
don't
an anomaly.
think that would have drew attention. There are magic users all over this world. What made his village so special?
The only thing that stood out about our village is whatever that thing was that we touched that took us here. We were just a peaceful folk.
They would have had to have placed that. It wouldn't have just been there.
I don't know where it came from.
What does your family do?
What does anybody do? We farm
My
and
family
eat
kills
and-
monsters for a living. What does your family do?
I certainly didn't have any kind of adventurous life like that before I was thrown into it. We were just peaceful folk rejoicing in food and music and enjoying the countryside.
You had no commerce.
I mean, not beyond the usual here and there trade of animal skins or whatever you have it to help make everybody else's lives easier?
Did they say anything? You mentioned Portstown. You mentioned Cider Point. Did they mention anything else? Any other locations? Verminia, maybe?
Castle Verminia. A bunch of bloated, fat egos with too much time and money on their hands.
Very curious that the mere mention of Verminia causes such a reaction. Zoramir, anything?
Reading.
I know it is troubling. To recall such events, but I need you to focus. It is getting late. Maybe we should dwell on this another time.
It mentioned that about Cape's Vassal, right?
No,
Pretty sure it did.
did you?
You only told one person.
You mentioned it, but only to Galtier.
Oh. They also took stuff from Cape's Vassal.
What did they take from Cape's Vassal?
Just talk of a collection. They didn't say anything specific.
Well, you said you delivered a shard of the sword to Cape's Vassal before you headed this side of the island.
He left it there with the magistrate.
Perhaps that's
Did he
the
say why
shard
he
that.
needed it?
He said he wanted to keep it and collect it so that Roman Karth would not get it. Right? It's been like a year, DM. Was that right?
It's been a couple months. Yeah.
Yeah, like 12.
Couple like 12.
Okay. Well, now I don't know who to believe anymore. This is too much.
Well, we know that
We
if they are
started
looking
on
for
this
the shards
adventure
as well.
on his request in a noble effort to stop an evil being from collecting a artifact of power. Now we may be collecting them for. He may have been working for him all along.
We lost the conspiracy theorists.
Did anyone try to stop you from returning the shard to the magistrate?
We found it with a. We didn't fight a lich. We just fought a wizard down there, right? Who was just hanging out with a phylactery.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. We stumbled on a wizard who had a phylactery and a shard that we collected for the magistrate. The magistrate destroyed the phylactery right in front of us. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's enough for me tonight.
Well, get to rest. I'll wake you when it's your turn to watch. Who is taking second
Oh,
watch?
jeez.
I will take it.
What is that?
It's our downfall.
Were we talking too long?
No, you're fine. No, definitely not. Who's taking second watch?
I am.
Grayson, you already rolled it up.
Yeah, it was a 17.
Nothing eventful happened. Go ahead and Arlo roll up the next.
23.
It's a nice, quiet night. Fades away into morning. Travels begin. Who wants to roll the D4?
I'll do it.
Okay.
1.
Okay, now a D6.
That was 2d6 before.
It's
5.
different now. You're going back. A 5.
5.
Okay.
You know the terrain going back. You don't know the terrain going forward.
Hisk, you're a terrible, terrible guide.
Well, it's not a path. I mean, you're still cutting through. It's not like there's a road you hop on to go to Breckensfjord. Okay. You walk for a while. And eventually, Galtier, you hear crunch. And then as a trap binds your leg, a leftover rusty metal trap looks like it was used to capture some creature for food, slams down on your leg, and you take 22 points of slashing damage and are now stuck in place. The rest of you hear this contraption slam shut onto Galtier's leg.
Holy, what was that? Are you all right?
Hisk turns
I'm
around.
better.
Hisk turns around. Hunters in these parts leave their debris.
I'm gonna try to undo it so I can take my leg out.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Uh, 13.
Roll with advantage.
Do what?
I said I'd help.
Okay.
So 13.
Still a
a high
13. Okay.
Yeah.
You grab a hold of the jaws and you pull them, and they're icy from being under the snow, and they slip out of your hand, and again they snap shut on your leg. You take 7 more points of slashing damage as it closes back into the wound. You can see the flesh tearing.
Looks like we're going to have to amputate.
Let's play a game.
Hold still. Pull out my silvered sword.
Hey, it's not silver, it's only on monsters.
Just kidding. Arlo, help me with this.
No problem.
All right.
I'll grab the other half.
Which one is rolling?
I will roll.
With advantage.
16.
Just made it.
Oh, shit.
You pull the teeth back, and just as you get it back, Galtier, you jerk your leg out of the trap, and just as your foot clears the trap, you feel it just brush the bottom of your boot as it closes shut. Hisk looks at you. Watch your step.
Thanks for the warning. A couple minutes too late on that one.
And he just turns, continues walking.
Here, let me
Thanks,
help you
Arlo.
with-
Thanks, Grayson.
Let me help you with that. I'll come over there and I'll flip the staff over and just rotate the gem and cast Healing Word on him.
Okay.
And 10 points of healing.
Thanks, sir.
All right.
Can I try to take the trap with me?
Sure. Give me a strength check. As everyone else is walking away, Galtier starts pulling on it.
Nat 20.
All right. It breaks off from the frost, whatever chain it was attached to, and you have a metal trap,
Yeah, okay.
like a bear trap.
Kind of like how I initially envisioned my monster trap or hunting trap I have.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're familiar with traps, so.
Yeah.
All right. Travel through the day as night falls again. Leaving a small trail of blood behind you is Galtier.
My bandage was bleeding out. We're good.
Just a little bit. Should we camp here or continue to Brecken's Fjord?
How much longer?
Probably another day.
Then
Might as well just.
I say we rest.
So again, the bubble forms. And again, start up at the top again. Zoramir, what do you want to do?
Yes, relay any additional information that I have not yet communicated.
I think you've communicated.
Everything.
Okay, we can come back to you if no one else. Arlo, what do you want to do?
I'm going to try to sharpen my blade again.
Okay.
It's 16.
Okay, that's success. Blaylock, what do you want to do?
I would like to spend 4 hours finally finishing this tome that I've been cursed with.
Okay, we'll get back to you. Grayson, what do you want to do?
I will start by sharpening the whip.
Okay.
21.
21, that's a success. Zoramir, anything?
No.
Blaylock. 4 hours, you said?
4 hours.
That doesn't finish the book, by the way. You spend an hour reading, and you learn of the construction of a castle to bring order to Drakenwald. Work was started by an individual named Verminia Dalen. You continue reading, and you learn that after the castle was built, they passed the acceptance law, allowing all free races to coexist on the island with no repercussions. A very important day in the history of the surrounding areas. You then learn of House Truda, an ancient order of fighters sworn to protect any travelers with selfless duty and honor.
Interesting.
You then page over and you learn of a group of halfling worshippers of the goddess Protama, Proteroma, who were legendary pirates and swindlers that after pulling off the greatest heist in centuries, founded a small town and waited for the chosen spirit of Proteroma to manifest in one of their own once again.
Oh, Zoramir, you've got some splaining to do. Hmm. 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 Grayson,
Yes.
apparently there was a small. Did you say island?
Group.
Group. A small group of halflings, notorious
Pirate
for
halflings.
being pirates, that were up to some nefarious doings and settled outside of Drakenwald. Any thoughts on this, Grayson?
They were pirates and they
I'm
left
going to
the
say
island.
this loudly and within earshot of all that are inside of
Does
the
it
house.
say if they took anything?
It did. What was the item they took?
It didn't say.
Oh, it was an item of value. Hmm.
It was considered the greatest heist in centuries.
Something once thought impossible, but now was performed by these pirates.
Hisk kind of kicks back with his pipe. I've heard tale of that from the sailors.
Really?
Just a legend, though.
Hmm.
Halfling pirates. Come on.
That is rather a comical sight.
Like pirate movie like treasure, but
Halfling pirates.
Is the ship just a dinghy?
It must be a little tugboat.
And he draws in a big draw from his pipe.
don't underestimate us in numbers.
I hear there was a lot of dancing on this tugboat.
Obviously, that is not true. Any other thing from the story, Hisk? You heard about the heist. You've heard stories. Care to elaborate?
Sadly, they lost me at pirate halflings. I never stayed to listen really to much else. I didn't find it much interesting.
You all really need to work on your history skills.
Oh, really? Ye of Drakenwald. When none of us are from Drakenwald. That is quite the statement you've made.
It is. My
And what
family
have
is
you heard
very
of
well known for
Pirate
its history.
halflings. What have you heard of pirate halflings pillaging the open seas in a tugboat?
I want to roll a history check in here if I've heard anything.
Okay, that's fine.
He's gonna roll higher than me. I'm gonna be so mad.
Let's see. History. That is a 19.
He did roll higher than you.
Yeah, he rolls higher than like my last three combined.
In
My
your
family has been writing history, writing everything down for years.
you are aware, as you've had a partial form of this conversation before, that the goddess Proteroma has been known by several different names. You called her something different than that in your books. I'd have to look back to see what it was. You've heard of these halfling pirates, but this is more information than you've gotten before. It's more of the legend of this big heist where something was taken, but no name of items or what it was because it happened so long ago.
So yes, I have heard of halfling pirates.
Do I know anything about halfling pirates?
Yeah, come
You don't
see me
remember what
after
you had for
the
breakfast.
session.
God, yes. Roll up a history check, Zoramir.
Ooh, natural 19. Plus 2, 21.
Your parents used to tell you bedtime stories about swashbuckling pirates and their adventures. You never got details, but you and your brother always enjoyed the stories. It was one thing that you didn't fall asleep on, while your brother would typically fall asleep. You were very interested in these stories.
Parents used to always tell me stories. I thought they were just exaggerating. This is wild that it was true.
So when we asked you what your family did or the history of your town, you didn't tell us you were pirates?
I thought they were just making up elaborate stories. I didn't know there was truth behind it.
Grayson, you would remember that Protoroma, where you come from, is called Eravin Elisair the Chameleon. I'll type that out and send it to you.
Well, that was a worthy endeavor, but I'm
So-
exhausted.
Obviously, they took something.
Was that the last hour, by the way? Did I just rudely interrupt the all 4 hours?
That was the last of the 4 hours, yes.
Okay, all right.
When you guys are traveling like this, Hisk basically recast the bubble so that you can kind of rest and sleep. And
Yeah.
anyone keeping watch?
I will.
Watch.
I'll take first watch.
Okay, roll it up.
I'll take.
Blaylock can take the second.
I will.
16.
Okay, you look around. In the distance, you see a pack of wolves. They sniff around and run off, chasing something through the woods, but pay no mind to the large bubble in the clearing. Blaylock?
Perception, correct?
Yep.
22.
Oh. Blaylock looks around, sits back, and almost in information overload, thinks about everything that's happening until morning comes. Who wants to roll up the travel?
I'll do it.
'Kay.
1d4 and a 1d6?
Yep.
Alright, that's a 1. And a 6.
Okay. A clear day of travel.
Lies. You lie as much as Zoramir.
No, it's a clear day of travel. If there's any discussions you want to have, Hisk informs you that you should reach Breckensfjord tomorrow, about midday.
This is good. Good tidings. But I feel we should prepare. Do we think that Hamish worked alone?
Well, if he was working with her,
Yeah.
it'd be hard to. I wouldn't be surprised if he worked with some other people.
Nor would I. I would be very, very cautious. Treat all in Breckenfjord as if they were hostile. Not to bring sword against them, but be cautious. Remember, we are wanted there, and Zoramir should be in shackles.
Thought you said that he paid you guys to be out of jail. You're still wanted?
Not
Maybe, but
Zoramir.
me.
Oh.
Should I wear my crown so that I don't look like me?
That may be a good idea. Has he
I
been
would
keeping
agree.
has Zoramir been keeping his hood up the whole time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, that and keep your cape on, and if things go sideways, Zoramir, you can kind of blink out.
All right.
So
Sure.
once we get done with talking to the king, let's just say all goes well, then what kind of direction are you guys looking to go to from here? Do we want to go back and
Seems we need to know what happened in Cape Vassal. I would suggest taking a ship and seeing if that shard is still there.
I think answers need to be provided from the person who sent us on this endeavor to begin with.
Correct. I don't think you were given all the information you needed before setting off on this journey.
The state we were in when we started, it wouldn't surprise me if he thought we wouldn't last the month.
Very interesting, though, that he would receive a piece of the shard from you and then think that you couldn't get any of the other ones. That seems a little counterproductive.
Perhaps he would hope we would keep feeding more shards to him.
It's possible, but until I get answers, everything is suspect.
Where did you find the first shard?
In a house occupied by a wizard. Wait, where was that with the orcs?
Yeah.
You found it with a tribe of orcs.
Weren't you guys just saying, like, last session you wanted to go fight some orcs again?
Zoramir,
No, we
what do
dodged
you
the
think?
orcs that were...
Yeah, Zoramir, what do you think about fighting orcs?
I think I'm much better suited to fight them now than we were that many moons ago.
Yeah, those orcs, they...
Hopefully the king shall give us a little more information. Hopefully he has some. I'm pretty sure he would like to know that somebody he had been working with so closely ended up being a traitor.
Who's to say he didn't?
Especially when they were collecting all those artifacts
We should
in his museum.
probably be careful who we let know what we do know, in case we tip off the wrong people.
That'd be a wise
Seems to
choice.
me that the king, his greed outweighed anything else.
Let's what if we use that to our advantage? The
How so?
artifacts that were brought to the museum for display are fakes, correct, Zoramir?
Correct.
Well, what if we had some of the other factions there look at them and provide their assessment to the king? And once they are found out to be fake, then we will let the matter play itself out.
Unless they deem them to be real, in which case we know where we stand.
Then I have no idea where to start then. If the conversation with Lystra and Hamish was meant as a deceit, knowing that you were there, then we have gone beyond my capabilities of understanding the depth of this that they would go to mislead us.
Speaking of Lystra, do you guys plan on tracking her down to finish what you started?
I have a feeling she may be tracking us.
I don't believe we've seen the last of her.
We've pillaged her. We've came in and desecrated her cave. We've slaughtered her children and robbed her.
She's not going to be happy.
No. She will be one angry dragon.
Maybe we could use that to our advantage.
Angry.
Anger leads to sloppiness.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I know approximately which way she is at all times. And I don't have an issue finishing the
What?
job we
Wait.
started.
What? When were you going to tell us about this?
Well, I've mentioned
You
a few
know
times.
where the dragon is? We're tiptoeing around the snow, worried about a dragon coming at our feet, and you know where the dragon is at the entire time?
I know
You
which
told us
direction they
before we
are.
left the cavern.
I said she was far east from us.
I thought that was a guess.
No, I know which direction she is. That's all I know. I don't know how close or far to a distance, but I know she's which direction for sure.
I think we need to work on our communication.
Or at least listening skills.
A little bit of both.
I'm gonna throw a snowball at
But if you guys are okay with it, I don't mind traveling with you. I can at least let us know, keep you guys updated on how close or far she is from us. Because she's going to be
By all
coming after
means.
me, too.
You've proven yourself worthy in battle.
You make a good point. She knows you, knows your scent, and will not be pleased with you, and we should not separate, lest she pick us off individually. Arlo, this probably goes for you as well. At least until we vanquish this Lystra.
Well, I'm nowhere to be. I'm here to help at your service. And I have, got some revenge. She did kill Firmjaw.
Yes.
You didn't care about Firmjaw. He was an asshole.
You're right, he was. But I gave him my word I would seek his revenge.
I'm starting to get a good gauge of Grayson's assessment of all other parties. Wizards,
I'm just being honest.
dragons,
Lynches,
How do you feel about vampires?
That's a story.
Let me tell you.
What about werefish?
Now?
Werefish.
You guys
I
don't know
don't know
anything
about
about
that.
werefish.
The hell's a werefish?
Yeah, that's after game.
Yeah, no, I know.
We're gonna have this giant flock of werefish terrorizing the open seas.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna be in so much trouble.
You've just killed like half of the fucking ocean side. Turn them into werewolves.
It's like
Werewolf
dolphins.
squid and werewolf whales and
Were
now
krakens.
werewolf mermaids.
Oh
and
God.
shit.
Kraken.
Werewolf sirens because they got bit in the ass.
I don't think taking a ship to Cave's Vassal is gonna be the safest thing right now. There's werefish out there.
We're doomed.
We know nothing about the werefish.
What about a were-dragon?
Ooh.
Were sea dragon.
Don't give the DM any more ammo he's already got.
One big hairy scaly dragon.
All right. You travel into the evening while you're having this conversation. Hisk sets up one more bubble as you all head to Breckensfjord the next day. Zoramir, what do you want to do?
I know there's a thing you want me to do, but I still haven't figured out what it is.
I can't help you then.
I think he wants you to get your horns bigger.
While you think about it, Arlo,
Oh, I'm gonna try to sharpen my sword again.
okay,
How long does that take?
till I say it's done.
No. Each session. Is
Oh,
that like a 1 hour?
3 hours.
10 Oh, that's 3 hours. Okay. Not even close.
Okay. That's a failure. Blaylock?
I will read more of this book.
Grayson.
Are we going full 8 hours?
It'll be a little longer, but yeah. Grayson, what do you want to do?
I will sharpen or try to sharpen the whip again.
Okay.
Nope. That is an 11.
Nope. All right, Blaylock. As you near the end of the book, how many hours are you going to read?
4.
Okay. It's not going to finish the book, but you're close.
Leo is going to go into an outright revolt. I'm not working on his staff.
All right, opening the book, you read, and you learn of a sorceress who seems to never age, and whom seems to transcend time itself. Chaos.
Sorcerer or sorceress?
Sorceress.
Hmm.
Chaos and calamity follow her wherever she goes, and it's rumored that she is cursed to never settle in one place for too long. You also learn of a curse on Lake Starshine and the many warnings from the people of the area of lost travelers seeking to traverse its waters. You then learn that Clan Trevik has taken up the mantle to protect the mines of Runespoke due to attacks from nearby orc families. And you learn of great beasts that swim in the Perminian Ocean, sinking ships and occasionally attacking the mainland. The rumors from sailors are that it was summoned by the creature of the ocean who was imprisoned many years ago.
You stop.
That guy. Ishtab just caused all kinds of problems.
This Ishtab has reared his head again in this book. Ishtab.
I
He
told
seemed
them
so
Maury had to be
pleasant
more careful.
to be around.
So I take it that was her god.
East up.
He's not so much a god.
It's a sore spot with Grayson.
He's
What is
more
it?
of a powerful
Nuisance.
entity
Very
that
powerful.
wanted to be a god. The more you fell out of favor with her true lord, and in trying to regain the power given, took so easily somebody's word that showed her that there was some other power sources. And now we find out that he was pushed and trapped for being deceitful. Maybe not so much evil, but again, an entity that has that much power that grows stronger by the more people worship him. It's not
That's-
good. That is something that we are going to have to deal with at some point.
That's
It was
not
our party that unleashed him. We're gonna have to put that genie back in its bottle at some point.
Mhm.
And hope that the followers that Memoria had gathered has not made him much more stronger. Not that he wasn't already somewhat powerful enough when we first met him.
interesting.
What about this rune spoke? This is the second reference I've seen to rune spoke. One about the mighty, it was a mine where jewels could be harvested to craft mighty weapons. I would assume possibly the Edge of Darkness. But now we have a Clan Trevik who has another name that has come to the forefront.
When I must not have been paying attention. Did you say Ruin spoke? And Clan Trevik, did you just mention that?
I did. Do you know of this
That's-
rune spoke and Clan Trevik?
Yes. Yes, I do. That's my clan.
Really?
I'm originally from Ruinspoke until we were attacked. That's
Attacked?
yeah. When I was young, our city was attacked by tieflings and this. From what my parents told me, Baal Taroth, he was working with the tieflings and they came in and destroyed our city, and my parents and I, we barely escaped. That's troubling.
Yes. Most certainly. But you know of this rune that spoke?
Yeah, I mean, that's where we're from. I mean, I was really young when this all happened. I mean, I got some memories, you know. We did a lot of mining, a lot of gems and jewelry for the artifacts. I mean, that's
Any specific kind of metal?
I'm sorry, Grayson. I don't know. I don't know. I was not old enough to learn anything about. I just very vague of what goes on in the city before we had to flee for our lives.
Correction, this is the first reference of Clan Trevik. There was a House Dalen and a House Harker, not a Clan Harker. So
Ah,
yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, but I think the name of the village was brought up once before.
Yeah, the rune spoke was brought up once. Yeah.
I guess must have been daydreaming about something else and must have totally missed
Is
you
that
speaking
on this
about it.
island? I do not see a rune spoke on the map we
No,
were provided.
We're from it's a plane.
Plane.
Yeah, we're out there. It's just we settled on the Swords Coast. I remember a small town that we were in. Something like a red larch is kind of like where I kind of remember there was other dragon born there, and so mom and dad would I think that's where we settled for a while. And yeah, that's it. And there was a lot of others there that also had fled.
But we don't know where the metal came from for that armor. Obviously, acid had no effect on it.
We gave that glue we gave that glue some time to settle, so we could make sure that it adhered to each other.
It just works.
Okay, it just worked. I didn't know if we didn't really give it time. It needs like a whole minute to settle, so I'm assuming that we gave it time to settle.
Yeah.
And it didn't do anything. I just threw the glue away and just put it on there, slathered it around. It did nothing.
There's nothing special that happens. But once it settles, it's settled.
I want to pull the shard out and look at it. Does it look like it's made from a certain, like a unusual metal?
I mean, it's, despite knowing how old it is, you hear about it from legends and things like that. It looks like it hasn't aged a day. It looks like it was forged yesterday.
But not the same metal that the armor was made out of.
It would have been hard to tell. You'd have needed more time with the other one.
Okay. Well, I've not received any more visions about the sword. So I don't have any new information.
I don't think I could handle any new information after reading this book. There's so much to here in Drakenwald, this obscure continent. Would this be considered a continent or is it an island?
It's an island.
No, this obscure island that I had never heard of before. Secrets my mother may have been hiding from me. I don't know, maybe just not time to reveal. Not everything is ill. Is not ill. Not everybody is suspicious, right? I'll look at everybody, kind of crazy-eyed from reading this book.
There's more good than you'd expect in the world.
Obviously, the sword was not spoken of. I had no idea that the folk hero that lived here and defeated the dragon was even a family member. They never went by the name Harker. And in all the reading I've done in the library, not once was it mentioned. I don't know if that was intentional or if books had been taken. It doesn't make any sense. Why is it that anything that we would have had to do with this island was not kept in the Harker's library?
Why? to wipe out an entire island from the history books like this? I mean, I had never heard of this island before I was abducted and brought here.
Well, I think we should all
Someone
get some
or
rest.
some people were trying to hide something.
Who's keeping watch?
I'll take the first one.
I'll keep second watch.
That is a 19.
Peaceful night. Snow falls gently across the dome. The night fairly clear. Zoramir,
18.
you pass through the night watching Blaylock. As you drift to sleep, you hear Blaylock,
Mm,
my boy.
Mother.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh gosh.
Want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you for the follows and the subs. We had a couple subs tonight, and we look forward to you coming back next week for certain, and continue this story. It only gets better. I love a good RP, and we had a lot of that tonight. So a lot of lore drops and fun things. If you want to catch up, your favorite podcast service, we're on there for 70 Dungeons. You can also find us on YouTube at 7 Dungeons and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. You can share information here, and we'd love to have you along for all those outlets as well. Something else. Oh, and if you haven't thought about it, this Thursday, Banter and Babble has a show at 9:00, twitch.tv/Banter and Babble. Hop on over and check those guys out. It's going to be a great show this Thursday. So check those folks out too. And we will be back with you next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till then, goodbye.